I go hard in the paint. I go hard in the paint. I'm ducked off where the loudest legal. Right next door to Cali where the work a lot cheaper. Take you back in the trap in the 86 Regal. With a pocket full of stones booming like it was legal.
What's going on, Suave?
Hello. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I just noticed my phone wasn't on silent, and it should have been, damn it. That's all good. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in and tuning in to an episode of Man Cave. It just so happens to be season 3. Woo!
Oh, yeah. You in here, man. Tres.
That's right, man. So how you been, Suave?
The new
It's been a minute.
mustache.
Yeah, I see that. How you been, man?
Been good, man. Shoot. We in this thing. Oh, we gotta let the people know nothing has changed from the previous season. So anything you hear or see on this Man Cave,
Oh, it's got to stay right here in the Man Cave.
you already know, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So before we get into it, I'm going to play a little trailer. I want to show this show because this is we're discussing Willow, a new Disney Plus series. It's fully done, but let me bring this up. Pow!
I definitely have some thoughts about it. And this time, all positive thoughts. Maybe 2 negative thoughts.
All right, well let's watch the trailer and we'll get into it.
You think you know what is real and what isn't. What is light?
I don't know why the play
What
is
is
still on
dark?
there.
Now, forget all you know. Come with me. Willow.
We're looking for the sorcerer Willow. I was told that once long ago you defeated the forces of evil.
You remind me of your mother.
You remind me of your
Dear
mother.
friend, I thought I could prevent all this. I was wrong.
My brother was abducted. The world needs you again. It needs your magic.
Laura
Follow me.
Donnelly.
We must go beyond the edge of our world, into the unknown.
Willow!
I need your help.
Just like old times. Attack! Running! Horses!
That thing was too funny.
It was great, man.
Our true enemy is still out there, rallying the forces of evil. And the
All right.
only thing standing in its path is us.
I'm going to enjoy this.
If you're thinking what I'm thinking, so am I.
I doubt that very much.
All right, we're gonna leave it there for that. The trailer's 2 minutes long, but all right, Suave. So, what did you think of Willow, man? We already discussed the original movie,
Right?
and now we've seen the show.
I think that first of all, for everyone that haven't seen it or have seen it, I just need you to know that at the beginning you need to understand that this whole world is a world of they have built themselves around protection, and there's no evil. Nothing's going on, no crime. Everybody's at peace, and they have a barrier. And just like any other kingdom, you still live like, oh, we don't have a care in the world. It's been like, I think on there it said about 30 years. Nothing's happened in 30 years. So the prince and the princess, they're soft. They're not, they're not trained like their parents. They're not as skilled as the previous generation when the parents had to fight all this evil stuff going on. So that you have to know. When you grasp that concept, you understand why the prince kind of don't fight like he's gonna win, like he needs to be saved. Now I will say that the princess, she's a little bit more skilled than the brother, and she's still not as top tier though, but she got the mom, just like any other mom would do, surround her about people that can protect her, even if she get into a fight, still jump in. Don't let her get in that fight by herself because she can't handle it.
Yeah.
I think that
Go ahead.
the beginning was great. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a good, slow and smooth. Everything went according to how it was. The flashbacks, and we're going to talk about that. The flashbacks, Willow talking to everybody. So Willow is a hero amongst everybody around the world, but not really to the people that know what really happened in the first Willow movie. You know, they're like, hey, you won by luck. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I love Willow in the movie and in the TV series because I don't think he won by luck. I think that he won by using his mind. You know what I'm saying? He was clever and just evaluated the situation and saw weakness. He took it and he won, you know? So
Yeah.
let's start there. What are your takes so far on it? I don't want to go too deep without you.
Yeah, I hear that, man. First off, I rewatched Willow recently, and my first takeaway was that's a campy ass movie, man. There's some, there's some drama, there's some kid stuff, and I don't know, it's kind of campy. So when I first started I saw the trailer for the show, I was like, oh man, I don't know how that's gonna turn out. But I rewatched the show. Or the movie, and then watching the show, man, I think they knocked it out of the park with the children. What's their name? Ruby Cruz and the other Dempsey, I think his name is. Anyway, the Matt Mardigan's children, they knocked it out of the park with the casting for those kids. I really liked him. I wish we would have saw more of the brother.
Man, I wish we would have saw more of the dad, to be honest.
Well, right.
But Val Kilmer in there, man.
Yeah. Mad Mardigan, Val Kilmer, he's got throat cancer. So because of his health and his worry of COVID, he opted out of the first season. Even though his character had a major focus, they talk about him and you can almost feel his presence in the show. Actually,
you felt it.
You did. I think so.
I felt it.
Yeah, man. With the kids itself, man, they embodied Mad Mardigan very, very good. But the biggest shout out, he had the worst joke of the damn series too. On episode 2, I got so worried about this show. There's a joke about he's telling the horses a command and they jump over the edge and the horses aren't listening. Well, that joke was straight out of Young Guns too. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, they stole it word for word almost, or the whole premise of the joke.
Because it was talking to the horses in a different language, and they didn't. The horses didn't understand it.
Yeah. So Chavez, the American Indian of the group, he goes over an edge with his horse, and he's screaming "Atse!" and he's smacking the horse on each side with his stirrups, and he's saying "Atse, Atse!" And when they get down to the bottom, he goes, "I ain't never seen a horse do that before. What does that Atse mean? Word mean?" And he goes, "Oh, it's an ancient Navajo word that means stop," meaning that the horses weren't listening. They just went over the edge. Anyway, they stole that joke, but I was worried at that point. But so the writing has a little bit of a negative, I think. And Warwick Davis, God bless his heart, it took him about 4 episodes to warm up. I don't know if they shot that in order or not. But the first 3 episodes, I don't know, man. They had to jerk that stick right out of his ass. He was all stiff.
Which character?
Willow.
You think so? I don't think so, man.
I think the first 2 or 3 episodes, man, he was just stiff. He was stiff, but he hasn't worked or acted in a very long time, in that type of role. But my overall, I really, really enjoyed it. I thought the storyline was interesting. I thought Alora Dannon as an older female was interesting, how she was trying to learn her powers. One question, Suave, and I'll let you dive a little deeper. Do you think she should have been trained right off the bat as a kid?
I do, man. Only because, well, I'll tell you what. I think I'm all for if the adults then got rid of all the evil and you want your kids to be raised as kids and not as warriors. I get that. The moment that Willow and her experienced that prophet, I think she should have been training then. Like, hey, I think the kid was probably at 7 or 8 years old then when they noticed the prophecy. At that moment, and Willow came in and warned her, like, hey, she needs to start. Like, this prophecy is going to come true.
Well,
the
and she
prince
looked at him
queen ignored
and
it.
said what you did. You're not a good wizard. You're a a trickster.
She said this. She said, Willow, you are a great man and a brave man, but a great wizard you are not. And dude, the Willow got crushed. I mean, he left like, hey, we're never gonna come back here. You'll never get out trade. And he left like
Yeah. But my favorite character of the whole show has to be Borman. David Wilson is mentioning him here. But his name is Amar Chadha Patel. And he is amazing.
the warrior, right?
Yeah. The warrior guy who's looking for the Curus the whole time, and he's like, it's not for me at the end. Yeah.
Dude, out of that whole group, and this is the thing. I don't know what the queen was thinking, but when she got a group together to go get the son, everybody was inexperienced except him, really,
True.
and the old man. And you saw they killed off the old man first scene.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that, man. 'Cause I was like, okay, they got an older guy that's been around the block. He'll keep them strong. Like, he'll keep them on the right path. And that was not his purpose in this TV series. They said, nope, you served your purpose and you're not going to be a mentor. You're going to just be dead. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I did think we would have seen more of the queen, but I really liked how it played out. I really did. Now, the interesting thing
Hold on. You didn't answer the question. Do you think that she should have been trained at an early age?
Yeah, I do. I understand exactly your point that, you don't raise your children to be warriors. I do get that. But for real, I think she should have, because she is the empress, the whatever, the prophecy, but I'm starting to question some things about the actual overall story, which is, I think she is the worm. I think she's all of it. I think she's the same. I think there's a good side to her being and a bad side to Laura Dannon, and they split it down the middle. And that's why there's that realm where the worm is trapped, and the realm where she keeps reincarnating as Laura Dannon. I'm just wondering if she's the same. I'm just wondering. But what do you think of that guy? Do you think we're going to get a season 2? Because they left it pretty interesting.
I do. Because the way they ended it, man, and you know what? That prince right there, at first, I was like, man, he's a coward, man. Like, can you just stand up for yourself or something, man?
Yeah.
And then later on, he started like, man, I gotta become a man, So he became one of my favorite characters, man. He really did. So at the end of it, you see that he's still alive, and then you see a prophecy, a vision that he's living the real life thing. And I'm like, man, so the worm pretty much put that prophecy in everybody's head as a fake prophecy, because none of that happened. You saw that? Did you catch that?
I got you. Yep. Yeah. So he's the real one. Yeah. Not the. Yep.
I do think that's gonna. I mean, you can't leave it on the edge like that. That season.
I just think it's so funny.
Phenomenal to me.
I just think it's so funny that Alora is so love struck and is chasing her love interest the whole, and then finally she gets him, and she's like, "Nah, I don't like it."
Yeah, she don't want to be with him.
Yeah.
I think she was falling for the other prince.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's going to take part in season 2. I really, really, really do. But it's interesting though.
Let me ask you this though.
What did Willow? David has a question. He says, "What did Willow actually do in the film? Could that have been them splitting the worm?" No. There's a bunch of prophecy in that world, and much of it isn't explained, not even in the movie. They just kind of glance over some stuff. But Alora Dannon supposedly is the protector of this realm, and every so many hundreds of years she gets reincarnated again to keep everything the way it is. But yeah, there's not much known about that. Like, this is world building sort of for the show.
Let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
If they would have kidnapped the princess, excuse me, the princess instead of Prince, do you think she would have failed to that whole manipulation?
No, drinking that thing? No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Me neither. I just
a matter of fact,
knew.
they took they took the weaker one, which was smart of them. Yeah, which was very smart of them.
Because I was like, man, as soon as he got kidnapped, I said, I give him 3 days.
Yeah, Crow, we just talked about that. We really felt Mad Mardigan's presence, even though we didn't hear his voice and we didn't see him throughout the whole season. I hope we do get a cameo of him at least in a spirit form or something.
Do the Jedi. Do the Jedi thing.
Something like that. Because, but he was scheduled to be in the first season. But like I said, due to COVID and him having throat cancer and stuff, him recovering from it, he was worried about getting sick. So they pulled him out. So you could kind of tell in the script they always had they were going to use him.
Definitely.
There's
too many things about him. They went back to his backstory. You saw some of his old crew that you didn't see in the movie.
Christian Slater. Christian Slater, man, he was one of his crew, and I wonder if he was written because Val
couldn't be in there.
Yeah, right. I wonder if that's why they threw him in there, because he was very Mad Mardigan-esque. Like, I don't know. It was a great show. It's very campy, so you don't take it serious or anything. But I had a lot of fun with it, man.
How about
I thought the magic looked cool. I thought the magic looked cool, and I thought some of their flips on some of the tropes were interesting. I didn't care for any of the romance and stuff like that, but
but honestly, it wasn't too much romance, and that's what I like. I like the fact that it wasn't too much.
They struck a good balance.
Speaking of the magic, I like the fact that everyone that was doing magic, they had a different aura of magic. The way that magic looked, it kind of represented their personality. I can see that, it was beautiful to me, man. I think that Prince, that other Prince, I think he had one of those magic powers that could talk to animals, because he felt kind of close to that animal, that beast that was helping them on the stand. What do you think about that?
I like that thing, man.
Do you think he possessed that power though?
I don't know. That's a good question, man. I don't know. They don't really tell you a lot. You know what I mean? They do leave a whole bunch up to the imagination. Like Alora started using her hands at the end. She didn't
need a conjuring.
Right.
She didn't need it.
She didn't need the conduit anymore. Yeah, it's great, man. I enjoyed it, man. We're gonna wrap it up because I have to get going, but I suggest all you guys at least give it a chance, especially if you're already signed up for Disney Plus. I wouldn't say go get Disney Plus for this show, but if you already got it, go check it out. It's interesting. And it does have
there's definitely other shows that you could probably spend money.
And it does it's family friendly and it does feel like the original magic of Willow.
You didn't hear a cuss word. I don't know if you caught this though, SPG, but you didn't hear a cuss word until the last season. There was one cuss word.
In the last episode?
The last episode. One person said the evil witch. The evil witch said the B word. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't hear no cuss word throughout the whole season until the last episode.
Yeah, they did a good job, man. They really did. And Suave, why don't you tell everybody, man, where they can find us on Thursday and what we're going to be talking about?
Man, Thursday, we are going to be on the climax in the man cave, and we're going to be discussing The Last of Us. And we want to know y'all thoughts on that, man. They released one episode, an hour long. It's about 58 minutes long. And for all you gamers out there, definitely bring your opinions on that, because that's going to be, I like it. But let's discuss it. That's what we're going to be discussing on Thursday, man.
Awesome, man. That sounds like a fun time, because I got a lot of thoughts on that show, man. It's cool,
too, man.
It's cool. All right, man. Well, thank all of you, man, for hanging out and for joining us for episode 1 of season 3 of the Man Cave. I've been one of your hosts, SPG,
and I'm your boy Suave,
and we will see you on the next one. Peace, guys.
Idiom.
I go hard in them paint. I go hard in them paint. I'm ducked off where the loud is legal. Right next door to Cali where the work a lot cheaper. Take you back in the trap in the 86 Regal. With a pocket full of stones booming like